All right, good morning, everybody. Let's take a look at the pre-market, see what's happening this morning. You can see kind of an inverse head and shoulders-ish. You can see a left shoulder, a head, a right shoulder, and kind of a neckline here on the daily. So that's a potential bullish pattern, or you can kind of see a cup and potential handle here. Again, so you can kind of see both, cup and handle, inverse head and shoulders. Those are both potentially bullish patterns. You can see the 9 EMA potentially about to pinch or cross that 50 SMA. So these are potential bullish signs. We're going to continue to see if the market will want to push up. You can see on a 5-minute a potential cup and handle as well. So we shall see. Again, it's indecision mode right now as to which way it's going to go, but it's potentially looking like the moving average lines might want to cross and push price up. So we'll have to watch and see, but just be aware overall, there's still kind of a head, a left shoulder. This could still be an overall huge head and shoulders pattern. So we have to watch and see if the market's going to continue up. So with that, let's do what we normally do here every day. We take a combination of our watch list that we post every day on our website. So again, at bullishbears.com, we post a day trade watch list every day, and then a swing trade watch list several times per week. And then we also post trade ideas gappers right here. So we take the ones from our watch list and trade ideas gappers and see which ones we're going to watch this morning. So you can see from our day trade watch list right over here, if you just open it up right here, these are the ones I'm looking at pre-market, and then we'll see which ones we're going to look at from trade ideas. So first one we'll take a look at is XRF. So XRF, I was looking to see right here if this will break out above that. Let me just change the drawing tool. Kind of above that 70-cent range, that 50 SMA right in here, that purple or pink line. So that's up here. So at this point, it kind of just gapped up, pulled right back down. So the pattern's a little bit wonky right now. So we'll see if it'll continue up at open. Again, many of the ones from our watch list, they might be kind of lighter on volume in the pre-market. And then at some point, oh, Dan didn't post them yet, Harrison? Let me see. He's usually good about getting them done. Maybe he's behind this morning. I will text him right now. Thank you for the heads up. I will text him and let him know. Hey, man. All right, cool. I just texted him. He'll probably get to it shortly if he didn't. So XRF, again, it's kind of gapping up. Pre-market pattern's not really showing very well at the moment. So that one I'm not really digging at the moment for patterns. Let's take a look at OTLK. Right. So OTLK, this one's just tanking in the pre-market. So we were looking at this one to see it was closing above the moving average lines. Want to see if the moving average lines will cross and push price up. You'll see it's it rejected off 250. It's not again right here pre-market. It's just tanking now. So not liking that one at all at the moment either. AEZS. This one we're looking at kind of a V bottom or cup pattern. If it can get above that 312 marker right here, you can see technically not really much moving pre-market now, but if price can move above that 310 or 312 marker, see if that can continue up, anywhere between that 350 to 357-ish marker. I'll take a look at CTRV in a moment. Next up, we will look at JG. This one right here, you can see a morning star pattern on the daily. I don't like how it's very close with the moving average lines. I was just kind of keeping an eye on the pattern here. There wasn't a lot to look at, to be honest, for today. As watch list, sometimes on the weekend going into Mondays, it could be a little difficult when the market's trading sideways. So this is a morning star pattern. If this can continue up, it's a little bit closer to the moving average lines than I would like. But again, we're struggling to put a watch list together for everybody. So that one's if that can continue up, I'd be a little bit more careful with that one. AMPE. This is one we were looking at because it went into the gap. Want to see if it can make another move up. Again, kind of tanking. As you guys can see, the market is very, very, it's trading sideways right now with this kind of these doji-ish candles. So you want to see it choose a direction. So many a times this will play out with stocks in the morning. So again, at this point, looking a little bit rough. I'll take a look at CTRV. Waiting to hear back from Dan for the gappers. So CTRV has kind of a symmetrical triangle potential breakout this morning. You can see right here, gapped up to $19. So it's got some news this morning. You can see it has this kind of that symmetrical triangle-ish pattern breaking out this morning in the pre-market. Right below, so $19 at the moment. So at this point, now it's kind of got another, see how this pattern will play out a little bit. It's got to contend with this kind of whole area up here for resistance. So kind of keep an eye on it. Got to wait and see how the pattern plays out a little bit, but kind of like this. It's sloping down a little bit more than I'd like. I'd like to see kind of it moving up a little bit more, but gotta watch and see if this is on a 5-minute chart here. See if it can break out. You can see kind of this whole kind of big upper wick or this upper wick up top. It's got to contend with this resistance, and then you have some right around this $17 area. So we got to watch and see if it can hold this 9 EMA, get above VWAP, break out, and then look at a 1 and a 5-minute chart and see if there's potential play. Let's see if the gappers are posted yet. Actually, this should be them, Harrison, no? I think these are them. That's CTRV right there. These should be them. Let's take a look at Dare. Yeah, these these look like they're them right here. So there's kind of another one. So you can see they both have a couple similar patterns. Gapped up, kind of coming back down right now. Not really a symmetrical triangle-ish pattern. You can see kind of it's sloping a little bit more steeper than you want. You can see higher lows forming here. It's a little bit not the same right here. So it's kind of sloping downwards a little bit. Let me see the date where. I gotta change the color on that there. Let me just see here if I can change it real quick. Dan doesn't pay attention to colors when he does stuff. He can't see the color difference. All right. I don't think he changes the date on it. Let me see. I should add a I might add a tab on that for you guys. Watch this. I'll show you guys a little WordPress action here. See that? Now you can see this. Let me do... I'm going to probably have to add a column here for you guys just to add the date. I won't add it for now. Or let's see. Now that you showed me that, now it makes me want to go and add a. Let me see. Let me do this right now. Here we go. Since there's not much to look at right now, let me just do this. Make it easier for you guys. Oops. Show you guys the magic of WordPress. What's the date today? 6/17. There we go. Change this. And let's see how this looks for you guys. All right, let's show you the magic of WordPress and see if this looks better for you guys. There we go. Traded as gappers right here. Oh, except for I got a different. Let me just change that because that looks terrible. And we'll put a dash instead of a slash. And let's reload. And voila. So I'll have to show Dan. That'll make it easier. Right there. Change the date each day. That should look better. Ball is life. What time frames are best for VWAP? That all depends on what type of trader that you are. So 1 minute would be a lot quicker, right? So if you're looking to scalp on a 1 minute chart, that's a kind of a quicker time frame. 5 minute kind of slows it down a little bit. So again, it's kind of a matter of what type of trader or trading style that you like to do. So there's not really a foolproof way on that. Again, we like to teach looking for the best daily setups as well as a good 5 minute chart, and then looking at your entries on a 1 minute and then decide whether you're going to get out on a 1 or a 5 minute. That's kind of subjective as to what type of profits you're looking for, or like if you're looking to go quicker, or again, what types of stocks that you're looking to day trade as well. Are you going for the real low floaters? Or are you looking for the medium to higher floaters as well? I'd say probably the 5 minute chart then. That's what I would look at. Let's take a look at RIOT over here. I believe RIOT's a Bitcoin stock. I'm not quite sure. I think it is. Or crypto. Blockchain stock. So RIOT, let's do this. Pre-market high on this one's 311. So keep an eye on RIOT. This one kind of getting buried down here. Might be doing a reversal. Scout popping up to 311 pre-market. It's a little bit bearish right now. However, keep an eye on it. This one maybe, if it can get above that 20 EMA, this one might have some room to run. So you can kind of see, if we draw our trend lines, this one may be kind of breaking out of a kind of a falling wedge-ish pattern. So you can see pre-market highs at that 311-ish market. Or 311-ish in the pre-market. So you can see it's been falling. It may be trying to get above. It's right at that 20 EMA. It rejected here. So if the moving average lines can kind of cross and price can get above them, this one might have some room to run if it can get above that 20 EMA. And that's right around right here, the 200. This is the 200 SMA right here on the hourly. So it might be doing kind of a cup pattern-ish if it can get above, again, that 200 SMA. So this one may be setting up. So RIOT might be one to keep an eye on. see what else we got. Yeah, Dare is looking like I'm kind of a really messy at the moment. Let's take a look. Let's see if there's anything more we can catch an eye on before the market opens. RWLK. Let's take a look at that one. RWLK. Take a look at the daily chart. This one might be a little bit interesting. Pre-market higher on that 560. Might be holding the 9 EMA. If it can hold the 9 EMA, watch for a possible pop up. If it can get above that 5 kind of 60-ish area, that one might be interesting to watch as well. You see it popped up, kind of came back down. So pumped up, came back down to the 9 EMA. See if it'll hold right here and can continue up. Yeah, not a lot, guys. Not a lot to look at really at the moment. Let's take a look at RIOT. They have to wait for the bell, guys. One more minute. Actually, opening bell should be happening just about right now. I'd like to just keep an eye on RIOT for a moment here, see what this one's going to do. Switch to a 1 minute chart. So you can see kind of that flat top in the pre-market right up here around 311. But price is below the moving average lines right now. So you want to see it if you're bullish on it. Get above these moving average lines and see if it can break above 311-ish area and continue and hold. Let me take a look at NAK. Laura, I'll say NAK. Yeah, NAK is gapping up. You want to see it hold this previous high right over here on that 53 cents. There's the 1 minute chart. See if this retest will hold. Let's look at a daily chart. You can see possible double bottom formation. You want to see 57 hold as well. So if it can stay above that 53 cents, next up look around that 57 cents as resistance. So Dare is breaking out of kind of that sloping symmetrical triangle-ish. You can see that 125 is pre-market high. You want to see this pattern form now. So again, a lot of resistance right up here. So you want to see ideally a better looking pattern at this point. So, you know, if you're looking on this on a 1 minute right here, you want to see the moving average lines catch up, see if it gives you a bull flag here or if this thing's just going to kind of fail. I'll come back to Dare. AETI. So AETI, keep an eye if you're looking at this one, that 80 cents right here. That middle kind of a shooting stars pattern. You can see kind of a double bottom on the daily. And you'll see right here, this one goes right up to that line. Now it's pulling right back down. It's all about support and resistance right here. So double bottom, price is going right up. It's rejecting right below this candle right here. So at this point, if you were to look at AETI, you know, again, super big candlestick formation right here. You'd want to see the pattern play out. This is all over the place right now. So you'd want to see a pullback before you'd look at something like AETI. There again. So this one may be one to keep an eye on right now. So you can see the 5 minute, you know, this one's still kind of playing outward here on this candlestick here, but keep an eye on this 1 minute. This one may be kind of potentially, got to watch and see if this is going to form a flag or if it's going to form a pennant on a 1 minute. So you can kind of see it forming right. Let's remove this drawing here. Now it's showing some weakness now at this point, but keep an eye on this one. Yeah, so it's showing weakness at the moment. Yeah, that's not what you don't want to. That's not what you want to see if you're bullish on it. But see if it gets a bounce and forms a smaller candlestick or so up within like VWAP, not that way. Right? So this is why you got to watch those, let those candles play out. Let it bounce and see, you know, at this point you can kind of look like it's not the best pattern, but watch and see if you get a couple candlesticks that form in here within like a thing, and it forms like, let's say, a symmetrical triangle-ish, and then see if it can go and break out. At the moment it's bouncing, trading sideways, so it's still within it, but you want to see, you know, green, you know, hammer or doji or something bouncing off of here within this, and then you want to see it break out if you're bullish on it. But you can see it's dealing with overhead resistance right here. That's your 5 minute candle, and so it's got to contend with this as resistance and this up in here. We'll keep an eye on it for another moment or so, and then we'll look at, see if any other ones are moving. Now it's bouncing up. Be aware of 112 is high a day. So 112 would be resistance. If it can get above 112, keep an eye, you know, anywhere from 119 to 125 is resistance. I personally, I'm not a fan of these symmetrical triangle type of patterns. I like more bull flags and ascending triangles. Again, just to show you guys too why these patterns are a little bit messy right now. You can see the market. It's this orange dotted line right up over in here is previous close. So the market is red on the day. It's kind of going through this sideways action. And then you can see the daily setup is kind of a doji. So if you have a doji, price is trading sideways between red to green. You can see not a lot of plays are coming up on the scan. So it's in indecision mode right now. That's why you're seeing this stuff play out. It's just not really much going on at the moment. So watch right now if this is going to go and break above 112. You got to be very, these candles are very tricky. These are kind of like your high wave candles here. So you would like to see ideally a better setup near the moving average lines, not all these kind of trading with these wicks up here. These are your day traders kind of coming in, you know, getting in, scalping like these 4, 5, 6, 7 cent moves because not much is going on. But ideally, you would like to see a better setup. So at this point, you can see 112 high a day. If people are bullish, or if you're bullish on this, you want to see it get above 112 and hold and see this 9 EMA catch up and push price up. But be careful, again, when you're looking at a 5-minute, you can see potential tweezer tops right here. So tweezer tops are a bearish pattern, right? So that's why it's important to look at the setup, what's going on. Sometimes you can get tricked by a 1-minute and it might look good, and the 5-minute's not so great. Tweezer tops are 2 equal tops. That's a bearish, potentially bearish sign. Again, many times candles patterns will trick you, and you can think, oh, this is a bearish play, and then, you know, price can go and break out above it. But just be aware of it. So you can look at this and be like, oh, this is an ascending triangle. This is going to go break out. But you could also look and see, oh, these are tweezer tops as well. So you can see this battle playing out right now between the bulls and the bears right here. At this point, you can see very simply, price, you, if you're bullish on it, you'd want to see it get above 112. And because not much is playing out right now, we'll just let this one play out for a couple moments and see what happens. So as you guys can see, price keeps bouncing off angular support here, right? So you can see a top. It's forming a possible ascending triangle. Got to watch and see. Oh, someone's spamming the channel. And now it's showing some potential weakness right here. You can see those green dotted line. That green dotted line's VWAP, the blue line's 9 EMA, and the green is the 13 EMA. So got to watch and see on this one. But these are, again, these are much trickier patterns to trade when you have those tweezer tops right over in here. So if you were bullish on this, you'd like to see the 9 EMA catch, push price up, give you maybe a smaller green candle here potentially for a possible hold of the 9 EMA for a potential break of 112. But you can see it, price is going up, coming back down, up, down, forming that possible ascending triangle, but be aware of this pattern playing out over here, the possible tweezer tops. Let's see if anything else is popping up on the scanners. Yeah, nothing much going on. So as you guys can see, still no real clear entry here, right? You have all these different wicks and shadows playing out right now, and so this makes it a lot more difficult to trade. So the safest way to trade something like this is to see it break out. If it can break out above 112, watch it retest. If the retest holds, that's the safest way. You know, a little bit riskier is if you got a smaller hammer or something like that, you could trade it as the potential break of 112 using, let's say, a close below the 9 EMA as your stop. Again, that's a little bit more riskier to trade, and as you can see, it's very volatile at the moment. So let's take a look, see if anything else. AETI, not so good. IDEX has this kind of kind of high wave-ish kind of candle. You can see a head, left shoulder, right shoulder. So this has got a head and shoulders-ish on a 1 minute. I'd be careful of that one. RWLK. No. This one might have a possible tweezer bottoms This is AEZS. Possible. Let's see if this can hold support. Possible reversal. Go back up to the moving average lines. Got to see if it'll hold support. So sometimes traders will come in, see if there's a little reversal pattern on days like today where stocks start selling off. Watch for possible reversal setups, 2 moving average lines. Again, not much to look at right now at the moment. OTLK. Bunch of Garbaccio today. Let's take a look at, so JG. This formation was possibly intriguing me, but again, not much volume at the moment. So, guys, a lot of garbage today. Nothing much really going on. But that's what happens. There's days like this that happen all the time in the market. So, got to be patient, let the patterns form. And then there's days where the setups aren't there and you don't trade, right? So, you always don't want to force a trade and make bad trades. So again, just want to show you guys kind of a few minutes here in the pre-market. I'm going to hop in the trade rooms. You'll see over here, if you're not a member of our community yet, you can try us out 14 days for free by clicking the link below. If you head over to bullishbears.com, you'll see we have a day trade room, swing trade room, futures room. We do both real-time trade alerts and we have our trade alert setups. Make sure you read the differences between both over here. We do our day trade watch list daily and then our swing trade watch list several times a week. We also have several $1,000s worth of free courses to help you get started. And then also keep an eye on Trade Ideas Gappers that we post every day, daily over here. All right, guys, so hopefully you have a good rest of your day. Stay safe trading. Again, the market's a little bit wonky today in the past few days, so we'll hopefully catch a direction either up or down soon so we can trade accordingly. So you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all later. Enjoy.